doing the Old Wives' Tale gender prediction video for you guys. I did this when I was pregnant with Jackson, and it was just really fun to go over all the Old Wives' Tales and kind of see if they were more towards a boy or more towards a girl. And I'm just gonna first say that I don't necessarily believe in these Old Wives' Tales. It's just fun while you're waiting to find out if you're having a boy or girl to kind of guess and compare things and just look things up. So I think it's just fun. This is just a fun video. Of course, whatever results are in this video doesn't mean that's the gender of the baby that I'm gonna have, but it's, like I said, it's just gonna be for fun. Also, at the end of the video, I'm gonna compare Jane's pregnancy to Jackson's pregnancy to this pregnancy and kind of see whether I think it's a boy or a girl compared to my other two pregnancies. So let's go ahead and just get started with the Old Wives' Tales that I've found online. So the first one is, if you're carrying your baby high, then it's a girl, and if you're carrying your baby low, then it's a boy. So if your belly is a lot lower, then it's a boy. If it's higher, then it's a girl. One thing I am gonna say is that I talked about it in a little bit in my first trimester video, but we are finding out the gender of our third baby pretty early this pregnancy because of a certain blood test that I'm taking. So some of these are gonna be kind of hard to distinguish whether it's a boy or a girl. So some of these I'm just gonna kind of guess as well. And like I said, since it's just for fun, it's no big deal. So since this is pretty early, I definitely do have a belly, and my belly has definitely popped, but I can't necessarily tell if it's like super low or super high. But I do remember Jackson's being kind of low and Jane's being a little bit higher. And this time, the belly that I do have is really, really low. And I don't know if it's just because it's still early. Everything's really low in the beginning anyways, and then it kind of goes up. But I'm gonna say low because I don't really know, and that's how I'm feeling right now. That's what I'm kind of guessing it is right now. So I'm definitely gonna say low, which is 1 point for a boy. Okay, so the next Old Wives' Tale talks about whether your baby is stealing your beauty or not. So if your face is breaking out, or you're getting certain spots on your face, or even just your skin, then it's supposed to be a girl because she's stealing your beauty. And if not, if your skin doesn't really change at all, then it's a boy. Also, if you have dry hands or really cold feet, then it's said to be a boy. I don't know about dry hands or cold feet because I do have dry hands, not super dry, but drier than normal. And I do have cold feet, but guess what, guys? It's the winter time. So I'm not gonna necessarily say that's a boy or a girl. But I will say that my face has broken out more than it normally does in this pregnancy. So I'm definitely gonna give 1 point for the girl for that one. So the next one talks about the baby's heart rate. So if the baby's heart rate is 140 or above, then it's a girl. And if it's 140 or below, then it's a boy. And I've only had one doctor visit where I've heard the heartbeat, and it was 158. So that is above 140, so that's another point for the girl. Okay, so this next one has to do with your cravings. So if you're craving sweets, then it's a girl, and if you're craving salty foods or sour foods, then it's a boy. I've definitely been craving a mixture of both, but the two cravings that stick out in my mind from the first trimester are spicy foods like hot wings or Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich, and pizza. Those are the two things that I have been craving the most, and those are definitely not sweet. So that is another point for the boy. Okay, so this next one is about the Chinese gender chart. You can Google the Chinese gender chart online, and basically you just put in the age you were when you conceived and the month that you conceived, and the Chinese gender chart will predict whether it's a boy or a girl. This is one of the things where I certainly don't believe it necessarily, because I don't know how the Chinese would know this, and also it's really a 50-50 shot of getting it right or wrong. But I will say it was right for Jane and it was right for Jackson. So this time it says a girl. So that is another point for a girl. This next one is kind of funny to me, and I don't know how to answer it, but basically it says that if your husband is packing on the pounds as well, then it's a girl. Or if your husband stays the same weight or even loses weight, then it's a boy. I'm gonna go ahead and say he's stayed the same weight so far. It's only been the first trimester. He has indulged in the bad foods that I have been eating, just because these are what I'm cooking or what I'm craving and what I asked to go eat. So we haven't really been eating healthy, and he just kind of eats what I want, but he hasn't really gotten bigger. So I'm just gonna say he stayed the same, which is another point for the boy. Okay, this is another one that I don't really know how to answer either, but if you are really, really sick and can hardly get out of bed with morning sickness, then it's a girl. And if you're not so sick, then it's a boy. I'm gonna go ahead and say that I wasn't so sick. This is hard for me because I was definitely more sick than I was with Jackson, but I just wasn't, like, it was just on and off queasiness. It wasn't like I was in bed all the time or throwing up a bunch or anything like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say another point for the boy. So that is all the old wives' tales that I have for you guys today. There are a few other ones that I could do, like the baking soda one with the urine, which is kind of gross. I did that last time, which I might still do depending on when the doctor calls me with our results. I wanted to film this video quickly before we found out when we were having a girl or boy, because we're supposed to be finding out any day now. And I wanted it to be true predictions. I didn't want to already know in the back of my head if it was a boy or a girl and then try to do this video. So if I have time to do any of the other ones, I will be sure to either put it on our daily vlogs or do a little update to this video or even do a separate video. But I did want to talk about the differences between Jane's pregnancy and Jackson's pregnancy, and then how I'm feeling now. So with Jane's pregnancy, quickly, I definitely broke out a lot on my face, and I had huge food aversions, and I also had smell aversions. There was a lot of things that made me feel sick from their smell, and a lot of foods that I did not want to eat at all, and my face broke out. I was also pretty nauseous here and there, but it's kind of hard to remember or compare because I didn't have any other kids, so when I did feel sick, I kind of just laid down and slept it off. Jackson's pregnancy, I didn't break out at all. I wasn't really too nauseous. I was nauseous here and there, especially if I didn't have a full stomach. But with him, it was mainly horrible heartburn and acid reflux. I didn't have any food aversions with him or any smell aversions. So those are pretty different symptoms in pregnancies. So I can kind of compare the two there. This time definitely weighs more on the girl side. My face is broken out a little bit here and there. I haven't had any smell aversions at all, but I definitely have had some food aversions. Some that I wasn't really ready for. I just didn't even, like with Jane, it was definite food aversions. If I even thought about the food, I would feel sick. This time it was more like I could cook the food and I was making it, and then after I had a few bites of it was when I didn't want it or it was making me feel nauseous. So it was a little bit different. There's definitely food aversions. And I was definitely nauseous this time, here and there, but definitely nauseous. I didn't have too much heartburn or acid reflux this time. I had it a few times with some things that I ate, but not as bad as when it was with Jackson. With Jackson, it was every single day, all the time, no matter what I ate, I had it. So I'm gonna give another point to the girl because my symptoms are definitely a lot similar to Jane's pregnancy than Jackson's pregnancy. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Soon we'll be announcing if we're having a girl or boy. I'm so anxious. It's crazy because normally you know when you're going to the doctor appointment to find out if you're having a boy or a girl. And this time, I don't know when it's gonna be. I'm just waiting for the phone call. It could be any minute, any day now, hopefully by the end of this week, and today is Tuesday. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know down in the comments if you think I'm gonna be having a girl or a boy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.